Hello, Mr. Gheorghiu.
Hello, how are you?
Good, good. So today we see other titans fighting,
Well,
playing.
we try to show some very interesting games between them. You see, I had the privilege to meet nine world champions. So we have here, first of all, one very interesting game between Tal with White against Smyslov, two world champions, you know. So we see what happens,
So he,
starting with a quiet opening. You see, D3 is quiet against Caro-Kann. Normally, everybody plays knight c3 or d4. But Tal had something in mind. You'll see what happens in a few moves. So after d3, d5, knight d2, black reacts a little bit aggressively, playing e5 first, you know. And after knight f3, so knight d7. And now this, you know, the first surprise. White played d3, and now he loses a tempo and
yes,
plays d4.
yes,
But after d4, we have a very interesting position, very tactical, and everything will be forced after a few moves. And we have a very tactical position after 10 or 15 moves. And finally, the game will be completely crazy, you know, at the end, we'll see. So he took in d4, queen takes d4, knight f6. You see, first of all, they started very quietly, you know, with d3. Now the position is open and very interesting already, you know. So after knight f6, of course, if white plays here knight d6 check, is a little bit, but maybe not too much. I mean, knight d6 check, he has to take, of course, no? He takes, and then queen a5 check and queen c5, or maybe immediately knight queen e7 check. Okay, white is better, but it's not clear if it's enough or not, you know. If he trades queens, you know, it's a little bit, you know, not too much. Okay, very pleasant for white, but maybe it's not enough, you see. So, of course, Tal doesn't play like this. He wants more, of course, no. Bishop g5. And now it will be very interesting because it's very complicated now. You see, bishop e7, castle. Okay. So already clear, very open and most interesting, of course.
very aggressively.
Very aggressive, yeah. So now castle. Okay, now after castle, finally knight d6. So of course, now if black takes in d6, it's clear. It's much better for white with queen on board, you know. I mean, he couldn't trade queens, so that makes a very big difference. Yeah. So, okay, queen a5. Also, black accepts the challenge and plays also you know, very sharp game. Starting from here is move by move. We'll see what happens. So bishop c4, that invites black to play b5, you know, and after b5, we'll have some tactical play, very, very nice, you know, both of them will play very well. White, if white after bishop c4 has time to play also bishop rook to e1, he has a very you know, very aggressive position. Probably, you know, the advantage is quite big afterwards. You know, he has time to play also rook e1. So after b5, bishop d2. Okay, he retreats the bishop, but now black has a problem already. You know, because if now he plays here, uh, he could play queen a4, but after queen a4 is not clear. I mean, after queen a4, he can take in f7, or he can retreat the or play. He can play immediately knight f5, and afterwards bishop b3. Better for white. Okay, he accepts the challenge. He plays queen a6, and now white has to decide what to do. This is the only good move, but after knight f5, white has to sacrifice something. You see, he's forced now. So okay, knight f5, and he could play here bishop d8 like in the game, or bishop c5. After bishop c5, he can take a piece, but it's very unclear what happens after queen h4, for instance, you know, or immediately bishop takes f7. But it's a crazy position anyway, you know. Okay, he tries to defend, you know. First of all tries to defend, and he plays bishop d8. Okay, after bishop d8, queen h4. Okay, he gives the
Bishop.
piece, you know. So
Okay.
now, okay, we
Yeah.
have a, you know, a typical position from Tal, you know. He likes things like this, okay. He gave a piece for attack, okay. So now it's more or less forced, you see. Now he gives back the
knight.
piece, the knight. I mean, if he has to go away, he has time to play afterwards knight f6, after queen takes h5. And if he can trade a few pieces, maybe the position is okay, because now afterwards, at the end, he has time to take in a2. You know, this is the idea for black. You know? So now white has to find something very quickly. Okay, knight h6 check, typical Tal, you know. Okay, he gave check, king h8, now he took. Now, if you take immediately in h6, of course, he's lost after bishop c3 check. Bishop c3 check is catastrophe for black, you know. Okay, he didn't take now in h6. What did he play?
No,
He took in a2. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and after queen takes a2, bishop c3. Look at the position, completely crazy the position, you know. But it's very unclear what happens now, because he gave a piece, but has very strong attack now already. You see. So knight f6. And after knight f6, fantastic move, queen takes f7. Now, if he takes, is mate, you know. Rook takes d8. Check and mate.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So now what to do? What did he play? Queen a1 check. King d2. Now again, a craziness, you know. He can play first here, knight e4 check. And after knight e4 check, simply king e3, Zuckerwang, you know. Every piece unprise, you know.
Yes, the queen and the knight.
Lost for black, you know, completely crazy the position. Yeah.
He took the queen.
He took the queen, and now he took his check. No? Okay, now he took back in a1, no?
Yes.
Yeah, now it's exchange down. Black is exchange down. Now we have to realize the advantage for white, you know? Okay, it's not too difficult, but it's very instructive, of course. Up to here was very important how they played until now, you see. So, okay, king there he took, and he played, what did he play? Check, yes. There. And now the last chance, you know, if you take in e4, after bishop b7, black can hope a little bit, you know, it's not so easy. Probably still winning for white, but it's not so easy with two bishops to play. But now after bishop d4, very simple, and black resigned, no?
Yes, black resigned.
Black resigned. It's nothing to play here. And if you have to trade in d4, you lose all pieces, you know. At least you lose the knight from e4, forced to say. So if you takes back with check, and now you don't have any place to go with the king, only in d5, you know, only in d5. Okay, rook a5 check, knight c5, and okay, he can play also b4, wins also, you know. b4, you have to take, and knight takes b3, you lose at least a piece, and mate, you know, all over the board, you know. But typical Tal, crazy game, you know, completely crazy. Every piece was there, you know. I mean, he gave one piece, afterwards another piece. Finally, he sacrificed the queen. This was typical Tal, you know. And against whom? Against Smyslov. I mean, a very classy world champion, you know.
How it felt for Smyslov after?
He wasn't content, but if he played Tal like this, of course, you can expect any time position like this, you know.
Knockout.
Yeah.
Nice.
Of course, he could lose from time to time also, you know, but this was a very good example where he won, you know, a fantastic game, you know.
Masterpiece.
Yeah, very, very beautiful, no? If somebody looks like this, you can remember. You remember the game, I mean, from a quiet opening, you see. This 3-second move, almost nobody plays this 3-second move. Everybody plays normal, you know, d4, knight c3, and so on, theory. Well, here, after 5-6 moves, we have a completely different game, you see.
Beautiful.
And completely different position. But he likes positions like this. If he could sacrifice, he was very happy, you know. But here...
He was looking for
opportunities.
He was very
happy, yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Mr. Gheorghiu.
Yeah, you are...